Okay, one last video. And this one is, what did I do with my notes? There we go. This is problem 223. Okay, 223 reads, a pump delivers 6 cubic feet per second in an 8-inch pipe that's 2,000 feet long. Turns out the length of this isn't important. The entrance of the pipe is 850 feet above the reference level, and the exit is 1020. So we have a change in height of this pipe. Okay, so we're going to go from here to here. Okay, and we're saying that this level, when it starts, is there, and this level, when it ends, is there, and then we have a reference level down here, which obviously will not be to scale. But we'll say it's that. And we said this here is one thing. There's my marker. Okay, we said this is 10-20 feet. Oops. 10-20 feet, and this is 850 feet. We know a few things. They said at the outlet, we need the Q at the outlet to be 6 cubic feet per second. And of course, Q is what? That's correct. It's a discharge. I heard you. Okay. We also know that this is an 8-inch pipe. 8-inch, and we're going to say that's an inner diameter, even though I'm showing it as an outer diameter. We're going to call it an inner diameter. Okay. So we know that we're pumping uphill, and we know we've got a cubic feet per second flow rate that we need to have at the end of this pipe. Okay, good, easy peasy. So what we'll say is, oh, and it also says these things. The energy loss across this whole pipe, the whole length of pipe, equals 120 feet. Remember, that's energy. It's losing 120 feet of head, 120 feet of energy. It's also saying that the pressure energy at the outlet is, I'm going to say pressure energy. I don't think that's what the book uses, but it's good. Pressure energy at the outlet, which we know is equal to P over gamma, that equals 25 feet. Okay? So we know that the energy, just for conservation purposes, the energy at the inlet in is going to have to equal the energy out plus the loss. Okay? We also know that we're losing the head here, the potential energy head, and we can just handle that directly. So setting up this equation, I would set it up as this. I would say energy in, and that's what they're asking for. What's the required energy in for this problem? And the energy in is going to be the energy out, which is V out squared divided by 2G, the kinetic energy, plus the pressure energy, P over gamma. We already know that that's 25 feet. Okay? Plus, and I'm just going to say it here, it's going to be the elevation height difference that we're going to need to get over this, right? So ultimately it's going to be Y out, which is 10-20 feet, minus Y, well, I'm making my Y's different, Y in, which we know is 850 feet. So we need to overcome that and then add the E loss. So that's everything that needs to be for the energy in, right? It needs to match the velocity energy going out. It needs to have at least 25 feet of pressure energy coming out. It needs to overcome this height, and it also needs to overcome this 120 feet of energy loss. Okay, so we know that V out, by the way, is just going to equal to Q out over area, and you have the ability to calculate that. So I believe if you plug all those things in, you should get an answer that's pretty close to the one that they provide. But you understand what's going on, is the energy in has to overcome all of this stuff to match the energy at that second location. Okay? Well, Well, enjoy these. I think they're really good, interesting problems, and I look forward to seeing you in class next week.